Alright, so well, it's been a while. I think the last thing that we did was super training qualifier. So that was 3 people, and then I handled 2 more. So my athletes were in order. Osram was in the morning of Saturday. Emma was in the afternoon on Saturday, and then Sunday morning was Connor Casey. Now, Osarumi's goals were qualify for junior nats. We just missed out by like maybe that much on the fingertip. The bar just kind of slipped when she got to lockout on the final deadlift, where then before the down command, bar kind of slipped, so she went soft with the knees and the hips to stop it dropping. But obviously, then that's kind of downward motion and all that shit. So that wasn't ideal, but she still did qualify for books, which we'll be going to in April. And then Emma was kind of returning to platform from an extended period of time being ill, so it was just a case of having her do like another competition, get experience with it, get used to it, because I used to think, powerlifters should compete no more than every 12 weeks, and ideally you want maybe like 16 weeks in between comps. But I think that massively depends on where you're at in your journey. Um, so, like a powerlifter who's just started out, to know if you're going to carry this on for a long time, because we know success comes from doing this for ages, to know if you're going to actually want to stick with it, you're going to want to compete a good few times, get better at competing. So it's not just numbers, it's not just the training, it's the competition. And, most people train 3 to 5 times a week. They could probably get used to that. They might enjoy it. Cool. But do you enjoy competing? Are you any good at competing? It doesn't really matter how well you train if you then miss commands, if you, make mistakes on the day, then, that's the result that you get. That's what selections are made from. Rather, that's how you qualify for things, not how well you do in training. So, yeah, I think, the quickest way people get better at anything is doing it more often. So if we then had more novice athletes compete more, then I think they would get better at competing, better at powerlifting a lot quicker. Like, especially with coaching often being remote and online, the coach can only do so much, where it's like, look, you need to follow commands, you need to pause here, these are what the commands are, this is how, like, if that person trains on their own, they don't have anyone helping them, they don't have anyone telling them, okay, start, press, rack, start, squat, whatever it is, like, holding their deadlifts out at the top, those kind of things. So, yeah, I think for a novice, the first maybe 3 years, you could probably compete as often as you bloody like. Don't go into every comp thinking you're going to hit a PB. It might happen, but don't expect it. Go in to get better at competing, not necessarily better at performing, or going into aims improving performance versus aims at improving your ability to compete. So that's kind of some thoughts there. And then Connor Casey was aiming for books on Sunday morning, and what happened? Squats didn't go really. I think squats were the main thing that didn't go to plan. But we did have a relatively short turnaround, and he has competed for a while. So the turnaround from the last comp into this one, I don't think we managed fatigue great. And then it just put too much pressure on his deadlift to try and get the qualifying total. So we missed out there, unfortunately, but he still has the qualifying total for All England Juniors, and he still got a 5 kilo PB from his recent comp in like December. So overall, I was happy with everyone's performance. I then also handled Sarah, who qualified for Masters Nats, and also another lady who qualified, her name was Sam, who qualified for Masters Nats as well. So that's pretty cool. I'll be going there with Rosh. Rosh is also probably going to do All England Masters as well, and so is Sam. Sam probably won't do Masters Nats, she was telling me, but yeah, it's just going around seeing lots of people. That is kind of the update at the moment. The next one is in 2 weeks. It is the Northwest Spring Showdown. Alison is in the morning on Saturday. Matt is in the morning on Sunday. So for Alison, she wants to improve upon her total from her last comp, and Matt he wants to take the kilos that he missed from his last comp. And that is it. So this weekend I'm going off to spot and load at the Irish Uni Open, so that's the Saturday morning. Then it's the Irish Bents and Nats Saturday afternoon, where I'll be helping some athletes out there, and then I'll just kind of be watching, I think, on Sunday, and I think Sunday is the Uni Champs.